Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay in NASCAR Heat 5. And today is the day we've been waiting all season for. All of our work that we've done in the Cup Series leads to this point. We made it to the Championship 4 with an opportunity to race for a championship at Phoenix Raceway. So the final race of the season, it'll be 41 laps. Let's take a look at a couple of things before we get there. First and foremost, let's take a look at the standings. Of course, there are only 4 drivers that have a shot at it. Other than us, we have Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, and Kyle Busch. Now, when we get to the actual racing, I will most likely forget about all 3 of these other drivers and simply focus on the race. It's just something I prefer to do. I don't get too caught up in who do we need to be in front of. My focus is on getting the very best finish that we possibly can. Also, in today's race at Phoenix, it doesn't matter about the stages. It doesn't matter about stage points and who wins the stage. Points don't matter in this race. It's all about your ultimate finishing position at the end of the race. The driver of these 4 who finishes in front will be the champion. It's that simple at this race. So you throw everything aside, all the points, all of the playoff grids, all of everything that NASCAR does throughout the season. You throw it all away for these 4 drivers, and we'll see who brings home the trophy. Now, another part to this, as we work our way over to the work plan screen, is that I am very happy that Phoenix is so difficult of a track for me in this game because, well, if that's where the championship is going to be awarded, I'm glad that the AI are very difficult for me to beat. Now, I'm sure that that's not the case for everybody. I'm sure some people have a very easy time with the AI at Phoenix, but Phoenix is one of my weakest, if not my weakest oval track in the game, so it makes it very difficult and also very rewarding when I can get a good finish there. But of course, a good finish isn't what we're looking for. We're looking for the best finish today. Now, our work plan, the work is already done here. Everything has been taken care of, so let's briefly look at where we are. Chassis number 4 is the one we're using today, and it is, for all intents and purposes, maxed out on our current capabilities. You see that suspension is 99 instead of 100, but not a huge deal there. For all intents and purposes, it is maxed out. Now, coming up next season, we'll start with Daytona, and my plan is to use Speedway chassis number 2 for that race. We've already seen at Talladega that we can use a Speedway chassis, and as long as it's reasonably good, then even after the penalties that we have to undertake for using a mismatched chassis, we can still be perfectly fine at Daytona. And Daytona is huge in the Cup Series and really at all 3 of the major series because the payday you get at Daytona is huge. And that is what helps so many teams make it through a good portion of the season. So the better the finish there, the more money you make, the more improvements you can make on your car. And for us, we're looking at making some aero improvements as we work our way toward the fully upgraded chassis. And then chassis number 1 here, another Speedway chassis. That's what we'll be working on for Las Vegas. So everything has fallen in line for where we want to be. Now it's a question of, can we get it done? All right, folks, it is championship time here at Phoenix. So 4 drivers racing for 1 title at the end of the race. Now, as far as setup, for those of you who have been with this series for a while, you remember that last year in the championship race, we had a pretty good car, but on the short term, we had speed. Long term, not so much. It dropped off way too fast, used up the right rear tire. So this year, I have tried to alter that a little bit to try to save that right rear tire. Naturally, that takes some speed out of the car. And then, of course, add on to that we're down a little bit of grip anyway. We'll see what we've got.
Green's out, let's go.
I tried not to take too terribly much speed out of the car, but at the same time, we do have to make that right rear last if we're going to have any shot whatsoever. Now, in true fashion to this series, I have already forgotten the other 3 drivers that we'll be racing against for the title. Now, I think I've got an idea of who they are, but I can't remember exactly who they were.
Stay low, stay low.
And again, that's pretty much on purpose that I do that, so that we can just focus on the race, and then I'll sort of find out at the end of the event what happened. Of course, if you win the race, none of the rest of it matters. One thing that I am pretty sure of, the 42 car is not one of them. But again, right now what I'm trying to do is get some rhythm. I'm trying to see what the car's got, how I can drive the car, what it wants to do, what it doesn't want to do, that kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. And also not to abuse the tires, but at the same time, this is a pretty short race, so either we've got the speed to compete or we don't. The last thing I want to do is fall back in the field and have to try to pass a bunch of cars in order to get through here and have a shot at it. You can see I'm going to use this bottom, extreme bottom on the apron probably quite a bit in this race, or at least as much as I can get by with. I really like it at both ends of the track. It really shouldn't work over here in 3 and 4 the way it does, but for me it's working right now in this game, so I'm going to go with it. So right now just trying to be smooth, learn about the car, and we'll see what the tires have for us when we get there. But again, riding up front where I'm at right now, there's really no congestion. I mean, the 4 car is definitely putting pressure on us to get by on us, but if he gets by us, that's perfectly fine, because again, if my memory serves me correctly, he is not one of the Championship 4 drivers. Again, I could be wrong. It's definitely happened before. But sitting here in second position, I am very happy right now as we have a couple of laps left here in the first stage. Car's driving just fine. Again, it doesn't have the speed in it. The single lap speed. What I'm hoping for here is that we've got a little bit more long run speed than we did this time last year, when it really come back to bite us. But missing a little bit of aero grip certainly isn't going to help us in the speed department. Alright, so finishing off stage number 1. If we end up in second position, I'll be perfectly happy with that. Again, Harvick is putting a lot of pressure on us, but I'm not terribly worried about that. He's not the guy that concerns me, because we're not racing him for a championship. At least I don't think we are. Of course, I might look back after this race and realize, no, he was exactly one of the guys we were racing. But for right now, I don't believe that is the case. So you can see we're already using the right rear a little bit. But that's just part of it, unfortunately, to try to keep a little speed in there. We will not be pitting, and my plan is not to pit after stage 2 unless just something wild happens and our fall off just gets astronomical to the point where we have no shot otherwise.
Got one down low now. All clear.
Oh, hello.
Peeking inside.
That definitely was not a good corner.
Still there.
All right, so what we got to try to do now is just sort of maintain position until things start to spread out.
Got one outside now. All right, clear outside.
Because once things start to spread out, then speed, I think we're going to have enough speed to sort of stay where we are. Maybe lose a position or two here or there, but I think we'll be okay. But we got to let it spread out first. And that's going to take 3 to 5 laps to happen. And until then, we're just going to try to hang where we are. Try to use some of this apron. Love the apron, particularly over here in 1 and 2. And of course, we've seen them in real life get very low in that corner. Now, I am terrible over here in 3 and 4. That's always been the end of the track that has gotten me in trouble, because I cannot seem to figure out how to get through there with any kind of speed, lap after lap. over here in 3 and 4. I seem to be able to reasonably hold my own at this track, but 1 and 2, or excuse me, that's 1 and 2 now. I still have to train my brain to remember that that is not the same corner it used to be. So 1 and 2, I'm generally able to maintain pretty good. Again, not saying I'm blowing anybody away over here.
Hold your line. Clear all around.
But down here in 3 and 4, I just don't seem to have anything for them. No matter where I run on the track. But right now, so far, so good. We got a couple of guys really hounding us. I'm trying to hold them up as best I can because, again, if I start to let a couple of cars by here or there, then before you know it, we're way back in the pack.
Careful, still there.
Oh, he is outside. Okay. I wasn't sure he was out there. I caught a glimpse of him out there. Let's see. Is he still? Oh, hello. There he is. I was wondering, is he still there? The correct answer to that is, yeah, he's there. Oh, missed my corner entry part there. So that's what happens when you miss your mark.
Careful, still there. Got one down low now.
Oh, hello. I appreciate that, Martin Truex. He gave us a little dive bomb there. I was trying to get in behind the 4 car, and he didn't want that to happen. Now, granted, in real life, would that happen? Probably not. Because, again, I'm pretty sure Martin Truex is not racing for a championship, so the last thing he wants to do is sort of do a bonsai move into turn 1 for no particular reason, especially here in stage 2.
5 to go, 5 to go.
All right, so we're starting to fall back a little bit, and that makes me think about pitting. Do we need to pit here? I'm still thinking no, because me and this track and making up positions, I'm not sure that's a good mix for us. But at the same time, if we're falling back too fast, then really, you know, we might as well pit, because what do we have to lose? You know, if we're going to fall back anyway, you might as well try to at least try to move your way forward as much as you can. All right, but right now I'm just basically counting down the laps here in stage number 2 because I'm really interested in getting to stage 3 because that's where the money gets paid and that championship trophy gets handed out. So again, we'll see what the right rear tire looks like at the end of stage 2 here. Now, keep in mind, saving that right rear is pretty easy to do in the setup. However, for me, it's just not fast to do that. So it was worth the gamble to try to use up that right rear a little bit to get a little bit more speed as opposed to playing it safe.
Inside. You got room. You're clear.
All right, I don't know exactly who that is behind me. It might be Ryan Newman, maybe. I can't tell. Could also be the 14 car, but haven't gotten a good enough glimpse of him. So as we head into the end of stage 2, what really matters is I don't think anybody around us is racing us for the championship. I don't think. But if we fall back, that is definitely subject to change. All right, we'll finish off stage number 2 in 4th position, and I feel like we're doing pretty good. Again, I can't remember exactly who those other 3 cars are. So Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick in front of us. Again, you can see the right rear tire is going away. So the adjustments I made, I don't know that they really helped a whole lot from last year into saving that right rear tire. But we have 17 laps remaining. I will not be pitting here. So 17 laps remaining. And I believe we're currently in the lead for the championship, I think. But that is a big, big if. All right, we really need to get going here. Again, I don't want to get stuck on this outside and start falling. Oh, that was terrible. And this is exactly when you can get yourself into trouble.
Got a car coming inside now.
Oh,
Hold your line.
more contact. Not what I was looking for. And here they come. Everybody's going to stream by now.
Still there. Car there on the inside. All right, you're clear there.
All right, let's start moving back forward. That car to our outside, I believe, is one of the cars that we're racing for the championship. And all this contact is not doing us any good at all. So Kurt Busch, I believe, is one of the cars. All right, so we must have cleared him. Maybe he got stuck on the outside the same way we did. And he's not enjoying it because I do not like the outside, particularly down here in 3 and 4. The car just does not like it. Not with me driving it anyway.
Got one down low now. You got room. You're clear.
All right, so unsurprisingly,
Got a car
we
low
are
now.
starting to fall back. Okay, 2 car, please don't do that.
Stay low, stay low.
All right, so we
All right,
are
time to go.
definitely losing
Keep it
positions.
nice,
Again, not
moving
a
forward.
terribly huge surprise there. All right, I may have to think twice about using that apron quite as much unless I get all 4 tires down there, because the car got really loose
Careful. Still there.
when I got back to the throttle down there. But then again, I had 2 tires on the banking, 2 tires off, so definitely not a good combination, I don't think. All right, yeah, we're definitely losing the car here. So my quest for more speed, let's see if it can hang in there. This is sort of what happened to us in the last race, so just need more development on the setup, essentially, to see if I can find a way to get more speed, but also hang on to it over the course of the long run. That, and I will be a very happy man when the physics from NASCAR Heat 4 and 5 go away, as I believe they will be this season. And whatever they call the new series, whether it continues to be called Heat or if it uses one of the other numbers that names that I've seen floating around as a possibility.
Still there.
All right, you can see I can get into the corner pretty good with these guys
Careful. Still there.
down there in 3 and 4. I just can't get off the corner quite as well. Oh,
Hold your line.
definitely
Got
not
one
what I was
inside.
looking for
Clear
there.
all around.
All right, I do not want to your outside. So, Brad K, whatever
Still
you're
there?
thinking, I will not be taking the outside lane. All right, what do we got left?
5 to go. You
All right,
got it.
5 laps left. I don't think any of these guys in front of us. Now, Brad K, maybe. Obviously, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to think he's going to be in the championship 4. But I don't think he is. And again, this just adds a little bit more intrigue for me. Yeah, these tires are gone at this point.
Still there inside.
95, I did not need you there. Oh, okay, just, yep.
Still there. Got a car coming
That's
inside
what I
now.
really appreciate right there from the AI. He wrecked us going through the dog leg. All right, I guess we'll go with that. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a championship opportunity without having to really work for it, would it? And it looks like we're definitely going to have to do that if we're going to get it. But right now, we're sliding back faster than I can count laps. Yeah, at this point, I can't even get down into the corners good.
Looking inside now. Bottom's clear.
All right, what do we got? Okay, 2 more laps. Now we just need to survive for a little while longer.
Got one down low now. All right.
And I really need the 21. I think that's the 21 back there. I just need him not to do anything crazy. Which is, well, maybe a stretch to ask him that.
Got one up top. You're all clear up top there.
All right, yeah, he's all over our bumper, no doubt. But this is 1 lap to go. I can't just pull over and let him go at this point. There's too many people behind him, and I don't know who they are. So here we go. Final set of corners. Was I right? Are we in the lead for the championship? We're about to find out.
Inside.
Oh, please don't run me over, 21 car. Please don't.
Car there on the inside.
And, okay, 8th position, which is certainly not amazing. Not bad for me here at Phoenix, quite frankly. But the real question, all that really matters at this point is not 8th position, it's did we win the championship? All right, so who finished ahead of us? All right, so we got Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Brad Kay, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Newman. The question is, are any of those guys championship 4 contenders? I don't think so. Let's find out. All right, race earnings, a little over $1 million. All right, we'll take that. But continue on, and we did it. We did it. So it was Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, and Kyle Busch. Okay, I thought Kurt Busch was one of them. I did think he was one of them. Now, granted, I don't even know what happened to him. At one point, he was on our outside, and then he was gone. So I assume he got freight trained or something. I don't know. And at this point, it really doesn't matter. How about that? Woo! 8th position, won the championship. Yeah, it's about time something went our way because I needed every break we could get here at Phoenix. Because like I said at the beginning, this is a terrible track for me. One of my worst, if not my worst, oval track overall. And it's weird because I love the track. I have zero problems with the track. It's very fun to drive. I just don't seem to be able to do a good job of it. Oh, there's the incident with Martin Truex. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Truex. Just can't give you the bottom right there. No way I can back out of that. All right, so how about that? I still can't believe that we did it. So let's move on. Next screen, do we get? Yeah, there it is. That's what we've been waiting on. Just soak it in. Looks like a bit of a COVID celebration here since not really anybody else around other than the crew members. Yeah, kind of an empty victory lane. We need a little bit more activity going on here. I mean, we got a huge championship to celebrate. We need some more people around. We need some fans around here. We need a mob here in Victory Lane to celebrate properly. And then, of course, to top it all off, we got to take victory laps around the track. Not that we can do that in the game, but if you're able to win a championship, then, yeah, you just absorb it. You take victory laps, you take Polish victory laps, you do donuts, you go shake hands with the crowd, go get the flag, hoist the cup. You do everything that you can do if you win a championship, just so that you can enjoy and savor literally every moment of it. So that is going to do it for today, and that's going to do it for this season in our career mode gameplay of NASCAR Heat 5.